Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to NCAA Football 2006. Now you may be wondering what exactly is going on, what have I been cooking up, what's the reason for me being on this game? Well, I wanted to show you guys something. Take a look here, I have a creative school. I'm using the creative school feature in this game and I wanted to make a custom school dynasty. Based in the state of Utah, I call this school North Salt Lake University, as you can see on your screen. North Salt Lake University, based in the city of North Salt Lake. Gonna be cupcake roster. I want to start this off. I've been trying for a while to really get a dynasty series where we start bad, just pretty bad. Maybe 1 win, 2 wins at most. And then we go from that to eventually winning a national championship, but not like in 5 or 6 years. I want to slowly build up to that. So these are the jerseys that we are going to be rocking with throughout the dynasty. I tried so many different color combinations. They don't really... The thing about this game is when you choose the colors of your school logo, it does end up making some of the like mascot characters look really weird. And I just couldn't figure out a way to really like incorporate a color outside. I wanted to just leave the mascot, which were the Elks, full name like the Mountain Elks. I wanted to try and leave it as like natural looking as possible, like the logo itself. So that's why I kind of kept it like brownish. And no matter what I tried, I just couldn't get a color combination that really looked right. I tried blue and green, that didn't work somehow. I tried green and purple, but that looked weird as hell. I couldn't find a real color combination that I enjoyed. I kind of came to the conclusion of just, what if I just used powder blue? And I've kind of grown attached to this color combination. Although I will say, we do kind of look like the Utah Jazz of the 2000s. Like the late 2000s. You know, the Darren Williams Jazz. I still think this is a color combination that works. Okay, so as you look here, before I start the dynasty, I'm working on in the background. I got North Salt Lake. They're going to start off as independents. I want to, again, I want this to be a slow grind to being national title contenders. So I want to start off as an independent school and then start working my way in as a team that's invited, like promoted into a conference, and then from a small conference, like a mid-major conference, eventually into a Power 5 conference. I'm talking Pac-10, Big 12, Big 10, those schools. But I'm also adding a little spin on things. If you take a look here, I'm adding Weber State. I dropped San Diego State. I'm not really concerned about seeing San Diego State. I'm not concerned about... I kind of want to play schools around the Midwest. I think it'd be pretty cool to have, because Weber State is from Utah, and then you have BYU, Utah State, and Utah, which I chose to be our school rival. So we have four different Utah schools that we can play every year, and I'll probably play 2 at a time and just mix things up every so often. So here's the roster we are starting with, and yeah, it's pretty bad. Your 52 overall quarterback has 48 speed. It's pretty bad to start. You know, not the best running back, you know, about 72 speed, slow fullbacks. Wide receivers aren't that great. You know, this is the cost of using a cupcake roster. When they choose cupcake, they mean a legit cupcake school. This team is going to be very bad to start. We're going to be bottom tier for a while. It'll take us years to become a good school. But what I am going to do as a risky endeavor is I'm going to... Oh wow, we have a Josh Allen. Go figure. So as I was saying, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to redshirt Brian Patterson, who is 65 overall. We're going to be bad. I'd rather keep some of our better players. I'd rather save a year of their eligibility when they'll be a little bit better next year, and then we'll bring in recruits and such. Check it out here. You know, we got our free safety positions okay, but then you look at the strong safety position, and man, both of my strong safeties are already seniors. I like to imagine that these are just a bunch of undergrads who just became walk-ons from different schools, different walks of life, and they all decided to come together to play for this garbage team. Another red shirt I'm going to use is on here, James Walker, since he is a senior. We get to keep, we'll keep him for another year if we use his red shirt year. Save him for next year, and then we have, you know, 4 backup defensive tackles. It doesn't really matter. This team, this year's going to be probably a wash anyways. We may lose a ton of games. So, all right. So here are the in-season recruits I'm going after. You'll notice that the caliber player is all 3-star, which is the lowest you can do for in-season recruits in this game. And playing this game before, it can be pretty difficult to get the 5- and 4-star athletes to come play for you right off in like the first year, maybe even second year at times. It makes more sense that, or at least for me, I think it makes more sense just to get guys in here. The sooner we get guys in to play for us, the better. So what I'm going for is positions of need and positions of personal interest. So for example, positions of need are like wide receiver, offensive line, outside linebacker, and strong safety. You know, we do need guys at those positions. And then for positions of interest, you have guys like Jeremy Kerr, Ronnie Pierre, and Lonnie Davis. I like to build my offensive lines and defensive lines, and in this case, I want this team to have a very stingy front four. Another position of interest for me is Aaron Morris. I really do want to have a school that brings in talented tight ends, or brings in tight ends and develops them into talented NFLers. I think that'd be pretty fun to have. And so even though our depth chart here indicates we already have 3 tight ends, one is already a junior anyways, and 2 are sophomores this year, which means they'll be juniors next year, and the 1 junior tight end we have will be a senior. So we can bring in someone like, say, Aaron Morris out of Kingman, Arizona. We can bring him in and then redshirt him for next season. Then we'll have some tight ends to go with for year 3. And even if that position might be weak next year. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at right now as in-season recruits. Lots of 3 stars. Starting off this dynasty, our first opponent will be Arizona State, who's ranked 19th. Unfortunately, I can't get them off the schedule. I have to play this game, which, if I can be honest with you guys, I've tried to record this dynasty twice now. This will be my 3rd attempt. Hopefully this time it works. But for the most part, starting with a home opener against UMass. Then we will go on the road to face Weber State. In week 5, we got New Mexico State at home. Week 6, we got a road match against Utah, our major rivals. We'll probably get smacked though. Week 7, we host Portland State. Week 8, we host Kent State. And then week 9, we go on the road again to face Brigham Young. Week 10, we got Miami University. Week 11, we'll be hosting Appalachian State. And then week 12 is a bye. Week 13 will be a road match against Navy. And this is where the season usually tapers off. So we have week 12 and week 14 as bye weeks. And then Northern Arizona will be our last game of the season. So we play in Arizona school to start the year, and we play in Arizona school to end the year. But that's pretty much it for the schedule. That is the episode for this one. I hope you guys are looking forward to this. I know I certainly am, finally getting this series off the ground and all that stuff. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I enjoyed bringing it to you. I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all be safe out there, and have a good day.